elephants! The river is beautiful and it's surrounded either side with proper rainforest, but dig a little bit further out and you're straight into palm oil land. Just a truck over there that's just laden with it. It is really sad. Although this is beautiful, a lot more of Borneo should have all this gorgeous rainforest and all the beautiful animals that live in it. Most of them are dying out because of loss of habitat, but they are working really hard here to maintain the forest as it was, so that you've got the pygmy elephants, the orangutans, and the proboscis, or nobody knows how to pronounce it, monkeys. Proboscis, says Jamie.
Says the BBC.
Oh, the BBC. Apparently,
That's what Geographic says.
all right, okay. So BBC says proboscis. Well, somebody on the BBC said it. Anyway, so rainforest, gorgeous. Just over there, palm oil.
So we've had a few issues with our B&G electronics, which we discovered in Miri back in January. We'd left the boat for a few months unattended, and in that time we'd had, I don't know whether there'd been any lightning issue or what it was, but when we set off for Kota Kinabalu, we didn't have wind and we didn't have depth, I think was the other thing. And we ended up having to get another chart plotter, and also we had to replace quite a lot of the cabling, and we got a new wind instrument. About a week ago, when we were on Turtle Island, we had a torrential downpour of rain, and I think it might have damaged the wind instrument. So when we turned on the electronics the next day, we were getting no wind readings, and also just by it being plugged in, it was knocking out the autopilot and depth and other instruments in the electronics setup. So Jason hoisted me up the mast, which is about 20 meters up. Getting hoisted up is actually the better job than doing the hoisting. Mm-hmm. The winching is tough, and I've put on a bit of weight during the lockdown period as well, so it probably wasn't as easy as it used to be winching me up. Anyway, I got to the top of the mast. I took up another wind instrument. We actually have two spares. We got sent two spares by B&G. So I took one up, disconnected the old one. First of all, I checked the cabling connection, and it wasn't that was the issue. So then I switched over with a new wind instrument, and it works.
I hadn't run the engine on my dinghy. It's a brand new engine. I thought I'll stick it in the water. I said, Lily, you want to come for a run? She says, no, I'm busy. So I shot up the river. I just shut it down to have a look at the proboscis monkeys, and I could hear this noise going on in the bush, a lot of thumping around and branches breaking, and very quiet, so you know which direction it's coming from. And I saw two elephants. And I didn't have my phone with me, no camera, no nothing. I thought, well, if I get back to the boat and tell them I've just seen a couple of elephants, they'll all think I'm full of crap. So
We're on the hunt for pygmy elephants. Roy's just seen some, and we're going to go see if we can find them now.
from from there on in we just kept paddling up the river and got glimpses of them over the next half hour, followed them up through the bank of the river, up the area where they're not supposed to be, I should imagine, through the palm plantations, and yeah, it was amazing.
So thanks to Roy, we've just seen 4 elephants. They were having a little bath first, climbed up the bank, and then we saw them taking fruit from possibly the palm trees. Actually, this is a palm oil plantation, and using their trunks they were picking up fruit or something from the trees there.
So we've just brought the dinghy up to the shore because the elephants have gone past us. There's one that's still behind us down that way. The others are up that way. I have a theory that the one that's down there is going to go past. Jamie's determined to get closer, so he's on shore, and I'm literally just holding us here. There's nowhere to put the painter. Just holding us here while he goes for a walk. I wonder if he'll bring anything back. It's all palm oil plantation. It's good to see that at least elephants don't care about being palm oil. There's enough growth from other plants here with berries and grasses and things that elephants seem to like along the riverbank.
So there we go. Got some really good sightings of elephants. We think it's one group of about 5, and I think when we appeared they kind of split up, so 3 went that way, 2 went that way. It looked like a mother or father and a son. One was bigger than the other, and then the other 3 came back round, and I was saying to these guys that is the closest I want to get to a wild elephant, because let's not forget they are wild, and even though they're called pygmies, there's nothing pygmy about them. They're still big animals. So when I started scarping back to the dinghy, because I beached it here, they immediately turned around and pegged it the other way. So, but yeah, it's amazing, incredible. And we owe Roy a beer or 2.
The other thing was that I was watching you out there in the trees, and you're wearing your sun bear t-shirt. So my theory is they let you get so close because they thought you were a sun bear. But they thought, bloody hell, that's the biggest sun bear I've ever seen. It probably eats heffalumps.
Cheeky bastard.
Blew me away, absolute. To see them on their own, in the bush, they got a bit of a fright once we tried to creep up on them, but yeah.
Yeah, they saw a giant sun bear coming at them, didn't they?
Jamie with his new t-shirt. You'll have to throw that one in, Jamie. The new t-shirt. Yeah, but a fantastic day. The best day I've had since we've left Kudat.
Absolutely.
The park has strung across between the 2 pieces of land over the river. They've strung across bridges. Bridges are for use of the proboscis monkeys or any monkey. And we've just come to Macaque City. They are all around us. They're using the bridge. They're hanging from trees. They're eating, shouting, playing.
It's like it's raining monkeys.
Yeah.
They're literally dripping from the branches and the trees.
They're everywhere. They don't seem bothered by us at all. They launch themselves. arms spread out, tails up. They launch themselves, I don't know, about 10 metres sometimes. Fantastic.
Rally Fleet, this is Santorini on 77. We're just going to have an updated radio check, and there's a discussion around potentially staying here another night or maybe later morning or so. So we thought we'd have a quick discussion on it now.
Esper.
Esper Santorini.
Yeah, hey guys. It's funny enough, we had Roy on board and we were saying that we could quite happily sit here for 2 weeks. After speaking to Zizi and Songlines 3, I think we all agreed that we'd like to stay another night, and I think it'd be great if you guys could spend a day exploring tomorrow after doing your mast and wind fixing. So yeah, we're good with that. Over. How has it been so far?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a dream come true, this one. It's really nice.
Kinabatangan Rivers, like a lot of rivers, it's very quiet. Peaceful.
Yeah.
You have some issues with debris floating down the river, but that's like most rivers. But we enjoy rivers, and we enjoyed it here.
Yeah, I like the Kinabatangan, always have.
I find the river like what experience for me. We don't have this kind of river in the Philippines. It's big, huge, and you can roam around with your dinghy everywhere. Monkeys dancing everywhere with the action.
The monkeys and seeing the elephants yesterday, and the river life, the way people live here. It's amazing. The whole thing is amazing.
Later on, maybe we have a dinghy ride farther in the river just to witness and see the pygmy elephant. I don't have idea how they look like me or look like you. Or look like this.
Well, a bull elephant, not a pygmy elephant.
Thoroughly enjoyed every time we've been here. This time we're doing the little creek up here, and we've actually seen elephants, which, yeah, I'm quite surprised at. We haven't seen them sort of this close in the river. Last time we had to travel, I think it was about an hour and a half, wasn't it? Yeah, hour and a half, 2 hours to go and see the elephants. So big bonus today, or yesterday, seeing the elephants here, as well as all the monkeys, hornbills, and amazing bird life just everywhere. It's great.
This tree over my shoulder here was absolutely chocker full of hornbills, and there were lots of them flying around. It seems to be where they have their morning coffee, they have a little chat, decide what they're going to do for the day. Loads of them all in one place. It's the sort of thing you see in the UK, it would be full of crows, but here it's rather exotic looking hornbills.
Well, it's been another wonderful day in the rainforest. As you might be able to hear, I'm just quickly running the engine, battery's a bit low, spoiling the peace and tranquility of dusk up the river, because it's around this time of night when the jungle starts to wake up again with insects. This afternoon we took another trip down the river. Didn't see elephants again, but hey, we've seen them once is enough. That was an amazing experience. So today we concentrated on the monkeys. Now there's lots of macaques. There's the pig-tailed macaque, the other one, but also the proboscis.
We've just stopped on our way to look for the elephants because there's a whole load of proboscis monkeys here and they are doing giant leaps. I've seen the big male with the nose and the lipstick saying hello. They're just really funny. They seem to leap more than any other monkeys and they do half make a racket when they do it. Behind me.
What's interesting to note is that they always seem to be that much higher than the macaques, the naughty macaques. They're the loud ones and the inquisitive ones. They're much lower down. They're playing around by the water's edge. But the proboscis monkeys, they stay up there. So quite difficult to get footage of them. But, you know, just to sit there bobbing around in the dinghy and watch them swing between the branches was really quite something else. I managed to get a couple of photos of them swinging through the trees. That's not really the point of the exercise, it's just to sort of take in the atmosphere. And the atmosphere is really quite unique. I think what's sad though is that there is so much palm tree plantation here. It's quite upsetting to see that. We try not to think about it when we're at river level, but when you look over the treetops and look out across the plains here, most of it is palm plantation, and that's really sad. That kind of means that the animals, native animals, are pushed to the edges of the river. I guess from one point of view that works to our advantage because we're that much closer to them, but ultimately it's devastating to see how much of their habitat has been destroyed by palm oil. But hey, that's the negative. The positive is a unique, once-in-a-lifetime experience.